Welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. My name is Jim Hacking. I'm back in the office. We're doing it old school in my office, not in the studio, because I took the camera with me to Michigan and I can't get it to hook back up. So we're doing it old school from my office. Hope you all are doing well. Thanks for joining us here on this beautiful Saturday. Just got back from a week at the beach. Feel like I've missed you guys. Haven't done some shows in a while. I'm going to be doing some shows for the next week or so, probably every day. So I am back in black, back in white. Hope you all are doing well. If you haven't already, go ahead and let us know in the comments where you're watching from. I just dropped the link if you want to come in the waiting room and ask me an immigration-related question. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all find a time to get a vacation of your own. We had some fun yesterday. My sister rented a pontoon boat and we went inner tubing off the back of it. Maybe if I can, I'll try to put up a little video of me on the jet ski. So in the meantime, actually it was a not a jet ski, but a inner tube off the back of the boat. So it was a lot of fun. If you want to get in the waiting room, go ahead and click on the link. I'll post it again in the comments. Glad to see you all are here. Looks like we already have some people in the waiting room. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with Yessie. Yessie, are you with us? Yessie, are you there? No, Yessie. All right. Bye-bye, Yessie. Let's say hi to Uma Shankar. Hi, Uma Shankar.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. What can I help you with?
Hi. I wanted to check on the I-485 status.
Okay.
I was having my I-485 in EB3 downported from EB2. It was in 2020 October. After a while, in May 2021, I moved out of that company employer, but I was issued EAD recently in May 2022. After that, my I-485 is moved to National Benefit Center from Nebraska Service Center. So what are my action plans at this moment and what I should be doing?
What's the job that you're going to be working for in EB3?
I'm working as senior software engineer.
Okay, and is your visa current right at this moment?
Yes.
And are you worried that if you don't get your green card by the end of September, that the numbers are going to retrogress and you'll go back into the waiting line?
Oh, actually, right now I'm in waiting line. Actually, that's why I did not. Once I changed my employer on H1B, I did not go with any I-485J because the dates were already retrogressed. 2012. My priority date is 2014. So
as of right now, it's retrogress and you're 2 years back.
Correct.
Yeah, so I don't think there's anything you can do but wait.
Just wait. Okay. So is this 485J is mandatory at this moment to file, or?
It'll be when the time comes when you don't have to file it right now, but when it becomes current, you're going to have to file it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted to check with you.
Have a great day.
Yeah, and one last question I have.
Go for it.
What is the processing speed varies from National Benefit Center and the actual service centers?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't pay any attention to that stuff.
Okay.
I think their stated processing times are all made up, so I don't pay any attention to that.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Bye, buddy. Good luck. Tell
you.
your son thanks for the card. See ya. Let's say hi to Faraz. Hi, Faraz.
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm a big fan of yours. The work you've been doing for the sake of humanity. I don't know which God you follow, but you will be rewarded for that. Life has been good. No complaints. It's been great. Just to tell you, the whole scenario. So I filed I-485 EAD advance parole and supplement J, everything on May 25th. They received it, sent me notice, file transferred, not transferred. I sent it to Texas. They sent me receipt from National Benefit Center. Everything was smooth. They took my fingerprints on July 12th. And then I did something that was needed to do. I called USCIS and told them, hey, I know there are so many deserving people. They're ahead of me. They need green card, maybe more than me, but I don't want green card or anything uh, just before time. Take your time. But what I want is I want to see my mother. She's in Pakistan, and she has to go through hip bone surgery. So they gave me an expedite case number, and they said we'll be contacting you through email. So they did, and I put the request on July 22, the expedite request, and they literally approved my advance parole on July 29, that is yesterday, and they also approved my EAD. Now, my situation is I also have H-1B pending with the same employer. I got the receipt. Now, 485 pending, H-1B pending. I'll probably get advance parole within a month in a mail or something. So they
Hopefully
said
faster
we
than that.
require evidence, but they didn't ask me any documentation for, like, my mother's x-rays or anything, the appointment.
Yeah.
So if I go out of the United States, am I only supposed to go Pakistan, or is this advance parole for everything?
Well, why? I mean, are you in fact going to leave to see your mom?
Yes, yes.
Can you wait until you get your green card to go see your mom?
The question is, you never know you're getting when you're getting green card. I want to be optimistic, but if you want to be realistic, probably if you talk about they received in May, so probably we talk about 8 to 9 months.
At least, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Um, I wouldn't be too cute with my advanced parole that I receive. I'd be sort of grateful that I got it. I'd try to do a quick trip to see mom and come back. I wouldn't use it to go on a worldwide tour of the entire globe, right? I think you want to
That's
play it
not my
safe.
goal. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not my goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So, I think that you should just use it to go and come back and I mean, if I was really in charge of things, I would tell you don't go until you get your green card. If I was in charge of things from a purely immigration standpoint, the best advice is don't leave until you get the green card.
if I
Absent.
go to Pakistan and come back quickly, and what are the consequences? Like, then,
Well, it's not what are the consequences. The question is what's the likely outcome, and the likely outcome is that you get let back in. But what if they don't let you back in?
and
What if they
what are the reasons that they don't want to
I
let
think
me
they'd let
in?
you in. I think they would let you in, but they do weird things, right? They
Right.
might say, we don't like this advanced parole. We want you to go get a stamp on your H-1B, right? I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying it could happen. So it's one of these things that happens a lot in immigration frauds, which is, I think it's less than 1% chance you're going to have a problem. Really, I do. I think it's a very low,
Okay.
like
Okay.
1% chance. But if you're stuck outside the United States for 6 months, then what happens to your job? What happens to your life? What what does life look like then if you're stuck outside the United States?
No, I understand that. I took it into my consideration and everything. So, for example, I leave in September, and if my H-1B got approved, also, so can I just make a stamp as well, like from Pakistan?
Well, that's an interesting question. Um, if you want to keep your H-1B alive, you would have to, I think.
Right,
Um, and it's always better to keep both options open because you never know what's going to happen with the green card. So, I
right,
mean, that's a whole other reason I don't. I mean, I don't want you going anywhere near that embassy, right? They're
right.
they're terrible to deal with. They like screwing with people. I would rather you just go and come back on your advanced parole and not get the stamp because then you're only dealing with the U.S. government one time, and that's at CBP, as opposed to two times, once at the embassy, once at CBP.
Okay, All right, all right. Thank you so much, Jim. I won't take much time. Thank
That's
you
all
for
right.
your
Good luck, buddy.
service.
I hope your mom gets better.
Yes, man. Thank you. She needs prayers, man. Thank you so much.
Bye for us. See you, buddy.
See
All right, all right. Let's say hi to Doctor. Doctor, are you with us?
Yeah, I am.
How you doing?
I'm very good. How are you doing? So, um, I came to the US on 21st of December 2021. I came in for my for my master's program in, and when I came in, I got COVID because I think that was the period of Omicron, and it was like very spreading fast. I got COVID, but
Yeah.
so I couldn't enroll, and before I knew it, my school canceled my
Wait.
service.
Okay.
And when
Wait.
did
So, okay, walk me through that. So, what documentation do you have that like they're not going to believe this timeline? Why couldn't you enroll?
no, because during the time I came in, like 2 days before I was going to fly to my school, I did a COVID test and it was positive and I couldn't travel. So I have the
Okay.
test with me, I did all of that. Then when that happened, I think it took me like 3 weeks to recover. Then I sent a message and they told me, oh, no, 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 your service has been cancelled, yada, yada, yada. And that was all. I had to find a
That
new
sucks.
school.
That
So I
really
had to
sucks.
find
I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah, so I had to find a new school, and now I found a new school, and I'll be starting in less than 2 weeks. I already applied for reinstatement in May. I applied for reinstatement in May, less than 5 months before the expiration, the duration of. Because I think for reinstatement you can't be out of status for more than 5 months. So I filed before 5 months.
I don't know if that was the right thing to do. I don't
No,
know
but
if reinstatement's the right approach here.
yeah, I mean,
Why did you file? Who told you to file for reinstatement?
when I got a new admission at the new school, they said okay, they would take my old service and I just have to file for reinstatement. So they gave me a letter. Um, so I used that letter to also file as well a backup letter stating that this was what happened and the school is willing to take me. So
Okay.
I'm currently going to be resuming in 2 weeks, but I'm just curious. I have read a lot about reinstatement and the news isn't always very good because there's lots of times where people don't actually get reinstated and nothing comes out of it, and sometimes it takes like forever for the whole
Wait. So
process.
so you're telling me that the university told you to apply for the new you're going to a new university, not the one you were
Yes,
going to before,
yes,
right?
yes, the new one,
And
yes,
they told you to file for reinstatement.
yes, and they gave me like a document stating all of the things that happened. Like,
Okay. But is this a big school that's very sophisticated, or is it a small school that
no,
doesn't
it's a
have a lot
big
of
one.
internet?
It's a
Okay.
big one. It's an R1 university. Very, very research intense.
Okay. All right. So you filed with USCIS.
Yes,
Well, is your visa still current?
yes, it is still current, and I'll be doing my biometrics next week.
Wait, are you inside the United States or are you outside the United States?
Inside.
Oh, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I didn't understand. Okay. So you're telling me that you arrived in December, you were
Mm-hmm.
supposed to start in January.
Mm-hmm.
You got COVID. The
Mm-hmm.
school terminated your CVIS record, and
Mm-hmm.
now you're trying to get reinstatement.
Mm-hmm.
But you're more than 5 months from the termination of your CVIS record.
Yeah, but I filed for reinstatement before the 5 months. Like I
Wow.
filed it in like April, May.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So what's the question?
So the
This is
question now is stories of reinstatement, are there possibilities of getting reinstated, or does it have to do with the kind of school you're in? Because I'm also currently dating someone. I'm in a serious relationship, but I don't just want to out of the blues get married. I want to take it like slowly, and because we're really in love. I'm not trying to like rush things up just because I'm in the reinstatement process or all of that.
why didn't you leave after your CVIS record got terminated?
I think because I was apprehensive of the fact that if I do leave, there's a possibility I might not be able to come in because There have been stories like that.
The problem with the reinstatement plan is you're not going to find out for 5 or 6 or 8 months. I mean, reinstatement doesn't happen like that. Reinstatement's low at the low level of the totem pole. They're not rushing to decide doctor's reinstatement application. Like it's like 20th on the list of important things.
Wow.
I think what you should have done is left when your CVIS record got canceled and then applied for a new F1 and explained to the embassy what happened. Now I think your reinstatement was filed before 5 months.
Yeah, it was filed on like the 3rd month.
You literally might not hear anything for a year.
Wow. So what do you think is the best thing to do? Should I just wait, or you think I should? Because I'm just trying to be optimistic here.
Well, I think there's been a whole lot of too much optimism. That's the problem. There's just been too much optimism and not enough reality. And the reality was once they terminated your CVIS record, which was a total dick move by that school. Once they did that, you were screwed. You were screwed.
But do you think I have enough evidence for the reinstatement? Because I do have
Doctor, you might have the best reinstatement case of all time. Let's assume that you do. That doesn't fix the problem that you're not going to find out for 8 or 9 months. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I mean, the school said I can always resume until, I would obviously be taking full classes.
They put it in writing?
Yeah. I'll be taking full classes until I found out.
Did you ask anybody at this university what happens if my reinstatement takes 9 months? They're of course they're happy to take your tuition dollars. That doesn't do jack for your immigration status, though. The fact that they're going to let you give them money and take classes, that does nothing for you. That's not anyone looking out for your immigration.
Okay, so you think I need to ask them if my reinstatement doesn't go true, what's going to happen, right?
No, I think what you need to be thinking about is I'm getting up against my 6 months of unlawful presence. Like my CVIS record got terminated in January. Is that right?
Yeah, probably January. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you're past 6 months. So that means if that's all been unlawful presence, then you have a 3-year bar on coming back. This was not good. I mean, what happens if reinstatement gets denied? What happens if they say, well, yeah, you applied for reinstatement, but we didn't buy your excuse for not coming? I mean, this, like I said, this is way too much optimism, not worst case scenario. And immigration lawyers have to operate in worst case scenario. I'm not trying to freak you out, but at the same time, this is getting pretty serious.
Well, so what do you recommend happens right now?
I don't know.
Do you think I should take any steps? Or I should just wait, or I should just
I don't feel comfortable giving you advice on this matter other than what I've said. Like I'm not going to tell you what to do. I've told you what the problems are. You have to decide what you want to do. But I don't think you're going to be like, school probably starts in a couple weeks, right?
Yeah. So I'm starting, obviously.
So yeah, but you're not going to be reinstated by then.
No, I won't. But
here's my advice.
Okay.
Go see your DSO, the DSO, not the assistant DSO, not some little paper pusher. Say, I want to see the DSO. Lay out their situation for you and ask them to put in writing what you should do. Then you'll hear what they really think, because they're not going to go to bat for you.
Okay.
Ask them to put it in writing what I'm supposed to do.
Okay. I mean, what I am supposed to do in case it comes true or in case it doesn't come true, right?
Right.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Good luck, my friend. All right, that was the doctor. Bit of a mess. Not good. Let's say hi to Yessie. Hi, Yessie. You're on mute.
How you doing, Jim?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Oh, good. Well, my question, right, is after marriage, like how long would someone needs to wait before he can file in?
They can file it the next day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they can. Now, whether they should or not is a different question. Why are you asking?
I got my that was got married. That was in May 21st, and we just trying to fill the form and trying to get a lawyer. And I was just telling my wife probably we should wait for like 3 or 6 months. I just moved in with her just a month ago, though.
Are you the immigrant or are you the U.S. citizen?
No, I'm the not immigrant.
And so, what kind of a visa were you on when you met her?
B1, B2.
And how long were you here before you got married?
Oh, I've been here for 3 years.
So you're an overstay.
Yes, sir.
And what was the purpose of your visit for your B1 B2? What did you tell the embassy you were coming for?
That was tourist.
Have you been married before?
Yes, twice.
So at the time you went to get your visit visa, were you married?
Yes, yes,
Did you get divorced before you came to the United States or after you came to the United States?
yes, I did.
Which one? Before or after?
Before I came in here.
Okay, so Yessie, they don't like it when people do that, right?
Yes, I know.
So
Yeah.
you have a big target on your back because you have a couple fraud indicators. One is that you went and got a visit visa and you were married and then you got divorced. And then the
Mm-hmm.
other one is you came on your visit visa, you didn't leave on time, and
Yeah.
you got married out of status. So for all those reasons, I think you shouldn't be thinking so much about when to file. You should be
Yeah.
thinking about how do I file a really strong case? Because
Exactly. Yeah.
that's what's important because they're not going to like your case at all and they're going to come after you hard. They're going to separate you from your spouse and they're going to tell her that she's committing immigration fraud and does she want to go to jail. So,
Oh, you know, it's a legal marriage anyway.
oh, I
Real,
believe you. I
yeah.
believe you.
Legal.
But just because it's a legal marriage doesn't mean you're going to win and get a green card.
I know.
People
Sure.
with
No.
people with legal marriages don't get green cards all the time.
Okay.
Just because it's legal doesn't mean they're going to believe it.
Definitely.
But you're out of status, right? So you need to file a strong case fast. That's what you need
Okay.
to do. You need to file a strong case fast, and you need to keep gathering evidence even after that.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, Yessie.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Bye, buddy.
Yep.
All right, all right. I've been out of practice. I feel a little bit crabby today. Hopefully, that's not coming through. But people aren't doing things the right way. Let's say hi to Kim. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, and thank you for accepting my call. I'm actually the person who was texting you last week from Jamaica Hot Topic. I'm that person. I'm actually from Jamaica.
Okay, great.
All right, that's good. So I came across the Mexico border, all right? And I was held by Border Patrol. They held the group that I came in. We were detained for 37 days. However, I was released and given a document called Release on Own Recognizance, okay?
They had a credible fear. They had a credible fear hearing. Did they find you had a credible fear of going back to Jamaica?
I did tell them I was in fear of going back to Jamaica. I did tell them that.
Okay.
When they first held on to me, I told them that I was in fear of going back to Jamaica for my life.
Okay.
However, I was released and given a document called Release and Own Recognizance, okay? And they gave me a date to report, and I went and I reported, and they gave me 1 year. They said I should come back next year, right? To report to them again. However, I'm trying to get some information on how I can go about starting my employment authorization document and getting a social security. I've been looking online and seeing the process and so forth, but I want you to provide some information to me. Is it okay if I file the Form I-765 on my own?
What's the basis of your work authorization?
I don't understand the question. Sorry about that.
You have to have a basis for employment authorization. There has to be a legal underlying application for you to be able to apply for a 765. Are you in removal proceedings? Do you have a court date?
When I checked online and I entered my A number because I was given an alien number, right? It says that
Right.
my court date is next year in July 2024.
Okay. So you may be able to apply for work authorization. It won't be now. When did you enter?
I crossed the border on the 15th of May, to be exact. That's right. The 15th of May, I crossed Mexico onto the US.
Yeah. So you're not going to be able to apply for work authorization for a while. I can check the rules and let you know. If you send us an email, I can have the team tell you when you can apply, but it's not going to be for at least 6 months. It might be 12 months.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that I could just go ahead and, because when I asked the officer who I went to report to, I specifically asked him, right, how do I go about sorting that? And he said that I could look on the form I-75, I-765 on the USCIS website, and I could ask an immigration attorney more information.
Right.
So
But there's a lot more that has to happen before that. You have to file an asylum claim. You have to get in front of the judge. You can't just show up in America and apply for a work authorization.
Oh, so I have to wait until my court date, which I assume is the master hearing, right?
Yeah, not necessarily your court date. I just need to look at we don't do removal anymore, and I don't do cross-border stuff very often, so I don't know the answer off the top of my head. I can look it up for you, but
Okay, well, no problem. I'd really appreciate.
I know there's a wait time, so I think it's either 6 or 12 months. Because
Okay, I
they
didn't
don't
know
want
that.
they don't want to encourage people to do what you did. They don't want to encourage people to just come in and then apply for work authorization. That's why there's a delay.
Okay, I understand, sir. I understand. So you're saying that
Thanks,
I should
Jim.
send you?
Yeah,
Go
send me an
ahead.
email. Send me an email and ask.
Okay, no problem. I will do that. And thank you so much, Sir Jim, for the wonderful work you've been doing. And thank you for helping people, including myself. Take care, and I really enjoy your show. All right?
Bye, buddy. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Jim. Bye-bye.
You got it. All right, let's say hi to our old friend Talib. What's up, Talib?
Oh, hi, Jim. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. So my first question is, I was trying to apply for a job. Then suddenly, this is my mistake. I didn't check the names, and then suddenly I saw, we're Arab, so our name is quite long. So the third name, it's not a family name. The third name, it's like has two letter missing. So I was asking my wife why it looks like that, and she said that day you agree about it. I said like, no, I don't know. It's gonna be
Are you
like
talking
that.
about your green card?
Yeah, yeah. Then I thought it's a mistake. I was going to ask you like, should I change it or no? Then suddenly, like while I meet like some other people, they show me their green card.
Nobody cares, dude. Nobody cares.
It's because of that's like so should okay. I'm not gonna go change it because you said that. So how about when the meeting of the 10 years green card? Can I just tell them to change it or?
I would just wait I would wait till you apply for citizenship. So just stay with the name you got until you get your citizenship.
It's not gonna affect anything. Nothing. Just keep it. So the second question is like, I just got my green card. I was thinking to apply for my like.
Apply for who?
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, applying for my parents. Is that gonna be safe or just wait for a little bit?
You can't apply for your parents until you're a U.S. citizen.
So a green card holder, I can apply for them.
Correct. The only people green card holders can apply for is a spouse or children.
Okay, then that's all that I have. Thank you so much.
Bye, Talib. See you, buddy. Look at this nice note we got from Dickens. Keep up, Jim, for the relentless effort for helping immigrants. My pleasure. I will keep it up. Thank you, Dickens. All right, let's say hi to MJ. What do you say, MJ?
Hey, Jim. Thanks for doing this on a Saturday. Quick question. I have a friend with a pending adjustment case out of Jacksonville, Florida, and checking the processing times, Jacksonville seems to be particularly, it's past like 23 months. I was wondering if you just had any specific, have you been to the Jacksonville field office? Do you know why? Because Jacksonville, I mean, wouldn't sound intuitively like a super busy immigration office, but it must be.
Yeah. Well, Florida immigration in Florida is off the chain. Like the other day I said, I don't know if it was on the show or if I was talking to a client or what, but the Miami field office is like the worst, right? And then I sort of, in my mind, the further north you go in Florida, the better it gets.
Right.
So Jacksonville is probably not a real hotbed of immigration scrutiny, but I have been to the Jacksonville office, but it was a while ago. I've been to many offices in Florida. They're all pretty bad. So
yeah.
But I also think, I mean, he just think about this. You know, in America, we have 11 asylum offices, right? 11.
Yep.
And one of the biggest ones, of course, is in Miami, right? So USCIS just announced last year that they're opening their 12th asylum office. And you would think that, you know, like Chicago takes care of like 9 states, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 12th asylum office is going to be in Tampa. So to me, that tells you just how busy all of immigration is in Florida. So I'm not entirely surprised. I think 23 months. I think 23 months is ridiculous, and if it were me, I'd sue them. And I don't care about the stated processing times when it comes to suing them.
Sure.
But that's ridiculous.
But you know, ironically, the Miami office, the stated processing time is like 13, while Jacksonville is 23. So I just found that odd. I was wondering if you had any specific insight as to why Jacksonville was an outlier.
Weird. All that stuff's weird. Like the Pittsburgh field office has the highest approval rate. I don't know how it all. I think a lot of it depends on who's running the show, who the director is.
Yeah, gotcha. Makes sense. All right. Well, that's all I had. I appreciate it.
Bye, MJ. See you, buddy.
Thank you. Bye.
Yep. You got it. All right, that was MJ calling about processing times in Jacksonville. It's not a good place. Let's say hi to Dan. He's got his hat on backwards. What do you say, Dan?
Hey, I'm at work. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Hey,
What's
so
up?
my question is like this. I came in the United States like 4 years ago, and I applied for asylum. And last year, I met someone, and we decided to get married.
Yeah.
And we had our interview in June, the green card. So everything went well, and the officer at the end said that she cannot make a decision on your case because she doesn't have the entire A file.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't have your asylum. Yep.
So she said that she requested the asylum case, like 1 year ago, and she didn't receive it.
Yep.
So what should I do now? Like just wait, or?
When did you have your interview?
In June, like 1 month ago.
And which field office was it?
It was in Virginia, in Norfolk.
When did you apply for the green card?
Last year.
When?
In was April 20. Yeah, April 2020. Yeah, 2021.
So,
2022.
Yeah, I would say if you had your interview in June, I'd give them 5 more months, and then I'd think about suing them. A lot of times we see delays when someone applies for asylum and then gets married and applies for a green card. We see a lot of those cases delayed. So I'm not surprised that it's delayed. I think that you might want to just give them some time, since she seemed like she's trying to get the file. And I would sue them, you know, if you haven't heard anything in like 6 months.
And my attorney said she's going to send a letter each month to the asylum office.
Who said that? Who said that?
My attorney.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if that'll do anything. I think they like to sit on cases when there's an asylum case.
So I cannot do nothing. Just wait.
Yep.
It's gonna take more than 5 months, you think?
I do. I think it's gonna sit for a while. Mm-hmm.
That's not so good news. Great news. So
yep.
I'm just gonna wait, then I cannot do nothing.
I think that's right.
Because it says on the website, interview was completed, but case must be reviewed.
Yeah, but like it's for some reason they can't get your asylum file over to that officer, and I see this all the time.
They approved the.
Good luck, buddy.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bye. Let's say hi to M3. What's up, M3?
Hey, Jim. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Actually, I was one of your previous clients. You filed a lawsuit for me for a green card, and we get it actually within 2 months. I was waiting for almost 3 years, and I get my green card.
Awesome.
So recently, actually, what happened is I applied to renew my driving license in Texas. And in Texas, you know, driving license usually is depending on the date of the status. The problem is the Texas Department of Transportation did not allow me to expend it above the duration of my previous H-1B. So it's only 2 years instead of having for 8 years for any person with 10 years green card. I asked them and they told me I need to reach out to DHS because it's predefined by DHS. It's not something they decide. Bullshit. So I contact DHS. They told me they have no idea what to do.
That's
so
bullshit.
It's kind of, I was throwing back and forth between the Department of Transportation and DHS, and everyone is telling me to go to the other person, and I have no idea what to do now.
That's just Texas. Go to a different driver's license office. They're full of crap. Just tell them, I have a green card. This green card expires on such and such a date. This is not DHS. This is the state driver's license people. They're just being assholes.
But they told me it's predefined. Like the date come automatically once they scan my green card. That's at least what they told me.
They're lying. Go to a different office.
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
And you might have to contact like in St. Louis, we have to contact Jefferson City, the capital. So maybe you might have to go above these people's head and say, I have a green card. Here it is. Here's the expiration date. My driver's license should be up until that date.
Okay. Yeah, the maximum in Texas usually 8 years even for U.S. citizen. But yeah, I was surprised to have it, and it's only to the duration of my H-1B. That's what worried me is probably DHS does not recognize my green card.
No, it's just Texas. It's not DHS. DHS gave you a green card.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, that's all what I want. Thank you so much. Thank you.
See you, buddy. Yep.
And as well. Thank you for the lawsuit, because I have been waiting for a long time. Yeah, thank you so much. Like I tried, I see many people on the show. They said we will contact USCIS, senator, and all the nonsense. Believe me, I tried all of them. None of them will help you. It's just a waste of time. Just file a lawsuit. That's an advice for everyone. Okay.
Love it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, M3. See you, buddy. That's good advice. M3 knows what he's talking about. The lawsuit worked. We're happy for him that the lawsuit worked. Hopefully now we don't have to sue those fools at Texas Department of Public Safety to get him his damn driver's license. In theory, you could do that, but we don't want to sue over a damn driver's license. They should just do what they're supposed to do, and hopefully they'll give it to him without much more trouble. I think I have that clip of me on the inner tube if anybody's interested. That's me on the back of the inner tube. It was a lot of fun. A little bit later, the boat started taking on water, so it was a little bit dicey, but I pulled it in reverse and saved the day. It was a lot of fun. Let's say hi to Lewis. Hi, Lewis.
Jim, how are you doing?
How are you doing?
Very well. British citizen living in Barbados.
Nice.
I came on a few weeks or months back, asked you a quick question. Today, I just have 3 what I hope are clarifying questions.
Go for it.
My employer in the UK is going to apply for an L1A for me. I've worked for them for about 13 months. And over those 13 months, I spent about 80 or 90 days in the US on ESTA across separate trips. We found out that we have to toll those days. So those 90 days mean that I've only actually worked for the company for 10 months abroad.
Right. Yeah.
Which seems a bit silly, but there we go. Does the green card requirement, if instead of going L1A, we just went straight to EB1C, which also has this 1-year requirement of working abroad, does that have the same concept of tolling days?
I believe so. Yeah.
That's what I kind of figured. So, okay. It's irritating because, I spent like a week in Vegas on holiday. Wouldn't have done that if I'd have known, but there you go.
Yeah.
Second question. They're going to submit the I-129 then on day 365 of official employment, or 366, the lawyers will. While that 129 is pending, can I go into the US on ESTA?
Why would you want to?
There's a work event that I'm supposed to be at. If you say no, then I won't. But
no, you can't. I think it's okay. I just don't want you to have interaction with customs. That's all. It's not so much about if I'm worried about you coming for a work visit. It's just I don't want you to have an interaction with customs. When was the last time you were here on ESTA?
Not since May, and I have global entry. I never really talk to anyone normally.
May of just
no May 7-8 weeks ago.
Yeah, so I don't know. Sometimes they get a little wiggy when people leave and come back and leave and come back. So I don't know. I might just leave it alone right now since you got the application. If they're going to file the application, they could do the application after you enter, but you know.
Okay, and then the final question, if I may. Let's say I've got my L1A. I'm now in the States, and they're going to put in the 140 and the 485. They said they're also going to do the travel document and the advance parole, which I'm not sure I understood why if I have an L1A underlying. But can I travel outside the US, go to HQ back in the UK, before I have my advance parole, given that I have L1A?
If someone files for adjustment of status and they have an underlying non-immigrant visa, if they leave the United States before they get advanced parole, the green card is abandoned. This is why the employer doesn't want you to go that, and that's why we often call people in that position bubble boy, right? So like once you apply, you're stuck here waiting until you get your advanced parole. So you could file the I-140, and then but you're going to need a good chunk. Whenever you file for that green card, you're going to need a good chunk of time in the United States until you get advanced parole. Right now, 5 or 6 months is probably what you need to plan on, right?
Because this was my worry based on all the videos I've seen of yours. But the lawyer said, no, you can go back and forth on your L1A and it won't impact your adjustment of status, which just, I don't know, it seemed contrary to what you've said.
Yeah, there might be an exception for L1s. That'd be something good for me to know. Give me a couple days and I'll look it up. If you could send me an email, I'll look it up and I can let you know.
I will definitely do that.
Yeah.
My final thing, as well as saying thank you for doing this, I'd love to see a video on the best and worst of the 11 asylum offices. I wonder if these directors watch your videos, and maybe that will give them a little bit of personal pain if they're bottom of the list. Encourage them to
we've thought about because we sue them a lot, right? So we've thought about actually doing not necessarily the asylum offices, but we talked about like picking 64 field offices and doing like a March Madness thing where we rank them up and have people vote. That or embassies, that would be fun. I'll think about it, Louis.
Send a trophy to whoever wins and a wooden spoon to the loser.
You lose, you win, assholes. Love it.
Thanks, Jim.
Louis. See you, buddy.
Cheers,
send me an email. Yep, see ya. That would be a good thing to know. Let's say hi to Tom. Hi, Tom. Oh, Tom, are you with us?
Yep, I'm with you. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I called you 2 weeks ago, and your advice helped me a lot. And actually, I got my green card. Thanks for you, and thanks for everyone. And I got approved on the 20th, so they gave me for 2 years, like as what the officer said. So now my status at the school. So the DSO told me we have to terminate your CVs. Is that true?
They have to end your CVs?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Yeah. Yeah, they terminate your CVs record now that you have your green card. That's right.
Cool. I just want to make sure about that. And just because my wife, she's a green card holder, and I applied for that, and I got my green card. How long for me to get a citizen or to apply for a citizen?
So when can she apply for her citizenship?
2 years from now, or 3 years.
So then you're going to wait 5 years. Yeah, you have to wait 5 years because you need, in order to apply on the 3-year rule, you need to be married to a citizen for 3 years. So you'll have been married, but she won't have been a citizen. So you'll probably need the full 5 years.
Wonderful. And I think that's all. Thanks for you, and thanks for the big office, and appreciate.
I'm happy for you. Good job, Tom. See you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You got it. Yep. All right. Let's say hi to Jamie. Where is she? Jamie, you there?
Hi, Jim. Good afternoon. I have a quick question. I received a deficiency notice from USCIS about my I-693 form.
693, the
Yeah, and
medical. Yeah.
I'm content because I'm calling my lawyer's office and nobody's calling me back. So my question is, should I do my medical now and wait, or should I wait because they didn't send me a mail for the interview. They said I should just bring it when I'm coming to the interview, but they didn't send me a date as yet.
Is this a marriage-based?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Are you stressed out that you got that deficiency notice?
No, I'm not, because I watch your videos a lot. So
Yeah. No, you don't
yeah.
need to be stressed. I mean, there's two ways to do the medical. You can submit it at the beginning, or you can do it when the interview notice comes. We just do it when the interview notice comes.
Yeah.
It makes it easier to get the case on file because you don't have to wait for it. You also get to save up a little money to pay for it later. So I wouldn't be stressed about it at all. I would wait until you get the either wait till you get the actual interview notice, or at least until you get the online update that your interview's been scheduled.
Oh, because I didn't want it to go and do it, and then I have it,
Yeah,
and then
don't do it. Don't do it
oh,
now. Don't do it
okay,
now. Wait until you
okay,
get the notice.
okay. How long will my doctor take? Is there a specific time, like I have to wait 2 weeks or?
Yeah. So what I would do is what I would do is I would start calling around now
Yeah.
and seeing, like if everybody says 2 weeks, then you're golden because you're going to have 6 weeks notice, right?
Okay. Okay.
But if everybody says 2 months, then you might want to,
Oh.
I would definitely make sure that you're following that online portal. Did you sign up for that online portal?
The USCIS website.
Yeah, where they'll email you when something happens on your case.
Oh yes, I did. No.
Yeah.
I just I download the app. So
Yeah, the
I
app.
just
Yeah.
put my case number in, and yeah.
Yeah. So once you find out, when they'll send you an electronic notice that says interview's been scheduled, that'll be before the actual interview notice comes. Once you
Okay.
get that, then go do your medical.
But they didn't send me no work permit. I'm wondering why.
When did you file?
I filed last year August, but what happened was that my case got denied in April because my lawyer, my attorney, my first attorney, she failed to send my birth certificate, and my husband was to fill out a form. I think it's an affidavit form, and she didn't allow she didn't let him sign it, so they denied my case, and I had to pay a next lawyer.
Did you get your money back from that? Was that first person really a lawyer?
I'm wondering because she charged me 6,000, and these people I had to pay them 8,000, and it's crazy. I had to spend so much money on this.
Okay, so that makes me angry. Number one, I'm not charging enough because I don't charge 6,000. I don't charge 8,000. Right? That's one thing. Number two, you should definitely get your money back from that first person. I mean, you should have your green card by now, if not at least your work card.
Yeah. She was telling me, because when they sent me the notice that they denied my case, they were saying that that it was because my husband didn't sign the form, the affidavit form.
Yeah, that's
that
her fault.
Yes, I told her. She's telling me, "Oh, I'm gonna charge you an next 2,000." I'm like, you can't charge me to fix your mistake. That don't make no sense. And
send me the information about her. I'll help you.
Thank you, Jim. I would definitely do that.
Yeah,
I would definitely do that. Yes. But anyway, that was my question. I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you have been doing.
See you later.
Yes. Okay. Have a good day.
Okay. Bye. All right. That's some shit. She spent $14,000 and she still doesn't have her work card. We are not charging enough money around here. Someone got paid $6,000 just to screw up her case, and then wanted to charge her some more to refile it. Let's say hi to Bernard. Hi, Bernard.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, yeah.
You know, my favorite uncle's name is Bernard.
Wow, I'm from Ghana.
But we call him Bert.
But
my uncle Bert. Yeah.
I want to ask a few questions.
Go for it.
I filed for asylum in 2020, and then I met someone, and then she filed. We married, and then she wanted to file for me, and then she started abusing me. So I had to file for VAWA. So I have my work permit, my advanced parole, but I want to know if I can travel the advanced parole to London because I have to go and look for my children. I filed for VAWA asylum when I was in Ghana, and then I don't think I can go to Ghana because I've withdrawn the case and there's no response yet. And my ex-wife, I don't know where she's keeping my children, but I was told she took them to London, and I wanted to go there and then look for them, but I don't know if I can go.
When you applied for asylum, what was your immigration status?
I extended my stay for another 6 months, so I
So
was in
you
status
came on a B1, B2,
visa. Yes.
and what was the purpose of your visit?
I came here 2018, went back and then came back. So the second time I came to look for a holiday to see my family here.
Were you
So in
married back
2018,
in were you married back in Ghana when you were in Ghana?
yes,
When you got your visit visa, you were married?
yes.
And
My wife had to divorce me because of, I don't know, had a whole lot.
so just so you know, Bernard, this movie of dude is married, dude goes to get a visit visa and says, "Oh yeah, I'm going to come back to Ghana because I've got this wife here." They give dude the visa. Dude comes to the United States. Dude applies for asylum. And dude gets divorced from the spouse back home in Ghana, and then files for the new American spouse files an I-130 and 45, and then that spouse is abusive, and then the dude files an I-360 for VAWA. That movie they've seen many, 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 many times. So I think you're going to have a hard time when you get to your interview, right? I think they're going to go over your asylum case and see if that was real or fake. I think they're going to find your ex-wife and try to get her to shit on you.
Okay.
I think they're going to come at you hard. For all those reasons, I don't think it's safe for you to leave to go anywhere. I think you're barely here. You're on track, but you have a lot of hard work to do. And I think that you should be focused on trying to win your VAWA case and show that marriage was real, that your asylum case was real, that your reason for coming to visit was real, because they're going to think you're lying out your ass. That's
Yeah,
why.
I came here in 2018 and went back to Ghana, and then came back in 2019 and had one of difficulties with my ex-wife. A whole lot of issue happened in Ghana, and I couldn't go back. So I came 2018, went back to Ghana. Yeah,
I believe you, but I believe everybody, Bernard. They don't believe anybody. So I think your case is winnable, but like you need a good lawyer to look at everything, to see if you have any holes in your cases, because I think there's possibilities of holes, and then I think you need to get ready because it's going to be a fight.
Okay. Hey, Jim.
All right. Bye, Bernard.
All right.
See you, buddy.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, he was a nice guy. Thanks, Bernard. Valamisa says, "Ha, we're not charging enough here," is my next t-shirt. It's so funny because we just raised our fees and now we're even lowering our fees on some things. So it's all sort of crazy trying to pick out fees. Let's say hi to Ahmed. Hi, Ahmed.
Hi, how are you, Mr. Jim?
I'm great. How are you, Ahmed?
Finally, after 3-4 days, last two immigration calls, I was trying to get in, but every time the studio was full. Finally, Saturday.
Well, it's all yours, Ahmed. Go for it.
Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Jim, the situation is a little tricky. I just received the immigration judge order. She granted my adjustment of status. Actually, I was in removal proceedings due to fail an asylum case on asylum office. They referred the case. So one thing, there is a mistake. I did not know that. There was a question in I-485. Have you ever been arrested, cited, and I think detained,
Detained.
something like. Yes.
Mhm.
So I said no. Actually, I have 5 traffic tickets. I am a truck driver, so I have 5 traffic tickets in last 6 years, and they are all in court. So I pleaded not guilty, and they are in court. So
They're all pending. They're still pending. They're not taken care of. Wait, how did you go? How did you go from a denied asylum case to getting your green card from the judge?
actually, my wife sponsored me. She's a U.S. citizen.
Okay, so you adjusted in court based on an approved I-130.
Correct, sir.
And let me guess, how long was your green card hearing in front of the judge? Like less than 5 minutes?
Sir, literally 5 minutes. She asked the government attorney if you want to ask him anything, and he said no. And then she asked my attorney, and she said no, Your Honor. And then she asked a couple of questions to my wife, and then she said, "Sir, welcome to United States." And then she read the whole order, and that's it. That's it.
Okay, so now you're worried. You got your green card, and you feel like maybe you should have disclosed the citations.
Yes, because when I go for N400, they might consider I was lying in the green card application.
Yeah, so that's true. They might. So number one, I would say don't get any more citations between now and then, right? Number
Okay.
two, I would wait to apply for citizenship until I have 5 years with no citations.
Okay.
And then if it comes up at your citizenship interview, say, look, it was a very fast hearing with the judge. I didn't understand that citations included traffic things. I thought I was talking about arrest. The judge didn't even ask me about it. We just went and it was very quick, and I didn't mean to mislead anybody. I think you should be okay.
Or like, is there any way somebody can keep the green card? Like, if that person feels like there is no need to apply citizenship, there is no problem with it.
Yeah, you can keep your green card forever, sure.
So,
as long as you don't get in
if
trouble.
if I feel it's gonna be tricky, then avoid. I'm thinking to avoid N400.
You
There is
could.
no need.
You could.
And the last question is, like, in coming few years, not right now. The situation back home is not perfect right now, but in coming few years, if I want to go back,
No.
since I've been here for 6-7 years,
No.
so no.
Unless something fundamentally changed back home, you can't go back home if you filed for asylum, even though you got your green card based on marriage. You swore to the federal government that if you went back to your home country, you'd be tortured or killed. If you then just get your green card, wait a few years, and then go back, that's going to piss them off. So don't do that.
Wow. I'm in a tricky situation since I really do not want to file N400 because of that mistake, the
Yeah.
cited and arrest that mistake, and then I cannot even go back.
Did you tell your lawyer about the citations?
No, she never. Actually, the paralegal fill out the forms, and how I found out, I was watching one video, and they said in green card application there is a question. So, and I did see the form, my form, and it ticked no, and I do have 5 tickets.
That was after you got your green card?
Yes, or
Yeah.
I,
So I understand your fear, and this will be something to talk about right before you file. But I think
or I
that
can go to the field office because I just received the order. So they're gonna give me the call, and I'm gonna go to the field office so to give them the judge's order, and then they will print out the card. So is there any way I can tell the officer, can you correct the form?
no, don't do that.
No?
Don't do that. Nope. Just leave it alone.
Wow.
They can't change it. The judge has already ordered you a lawful permanent resident.
Wow. So there is no way. Just let the ball rolling the way it is.
I mean, talk to your lawyer and see what they think. You could go back to the judge, I suppose. I wouldn't bring it up with immigration, though.
Okay. So and last question. Since we've been married for over 3 years, will they give me conditional card, or will they give me the 10 years card?
10.
They will give the 10 years. Oh my God, Mr. Jim, this is the and the worst scenario is if I apply N400, if they say you lied that time, so they can put me in removal proceedings again.
They could. I don't think they would, but they could.
So is it worth it to take the shot N400?
I think so. Yeah, because I mean, immigration judges that remember how I asked you, was this a 5-minute hearing when you get your green card? So when you go to sometimes lawyers are smart and they have their clients adjust in court instead of adjusting at USCIS. And one of the reasons is because exactly what you said happened. They say to the government attorney, hey, do you guys have any objections or questions to old Ahmed getting his green card? They're like, nah, he's all right. And then the judge says, okay, you're a green card holder. The judge doesn't go through the whole 485. So I think you can say the judge didn't ask about it. The paralegal didn't the paralegal completed it for me. I didn't know that citations was included in all of that. So I think we're fine. I think I'd be comfortable going ahead with that case.
Okay, so I'm gonna wait 2 years and I'm gonna contact the office because this lawyer, one I had before, she created some other mistakes too, and I will talk in person. Let these 2 years pass because let me complete 3 years as a permanent resident. So it's gonna be like 2 years and a half more, and I'm gonna call and because this lawyer I'm not gonna go ahead because it's I have very bad experience. But thank God I come out of it. But let's see what happens in the future. And 400 is a tricky part. They can
Bye, Ahmed.
you are.
That sounds good. See you,
Thank
buddy.
you so much. Thank you,
You got
so
it.
much, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Old Ahmed, she can't be that bad a lawyer. She got him a damn green card, so that's good. Let's say hi to Pablo.
Hi, Jim. How's it going?
Good, Pablo. How you doing?
Good, good.
Well, you gotta turn off YouTube or whatever.
You see, I thought I did turn it off.
Can you hear me?
Is it better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. So me and my wife, we got married in 2013. A short time after that, we got married in Uruguay, and then we moved to the U.S. and we went through an immigration attorney. Actually, I did everything before we got married. She had a tourist visa. We went into the U.S. We did an adjustment status. A short time after, she got her green card. A few months after, 3-4 months after. It was really quick.
The good old days.
Yeah. About 9 months after that, we decided to move to Uruguay. So we've been living here since 2000. We've been living here I've been living here for about 6-7 years. She's been here. She came in like a year before I did. So we have 2 children now, and we decided that we want to move back to the U.S. So I spoke to the immigration attorney again, and I asked him if we should try doing the same thing. He didn't think it was a good idea, so we filed an I-130 online, and we're waiting for consular processing. When we first applied, which was December of last year, the wait was about 4 months. Now it's like 10 months. So we're expecting it maybe November of this year, hopefully. So my question was, did we do the right thing? Or we done the same thing we did when we got married, where we went in and we did an adjustment status once. She had a tourist visa. She still has one.
Did they give you any trouble at the green card interview?
No.
Yeah, I'm going to put you on mute just because I'm going to talk for a little bit and then I'll take you off mute, okay? So there's a lot of moving parts to what you have, right? So she had a green card and then she basically hasn't lived in the United States or used the green card, right? Right? Okay. So now you're filing hold on. Is the new I-130 already on file?
We filed it in December of 2020.
And they haven't ruled on it. USCIS has it.
They hadn't ruled on it. Originally, when we filed it, it was 4 months wait, and I've been checking the website, and now it says I got 10 and a half months. So it's been about 8 months since they have since we filed it.
So it's December 2021.
December. It's been about 8 months since we filed it. It was December of 2021. Yes, I'm sorry, 2021. You're right.
So I would have done things a little bit differently. If you were considering having her come on that tourist visa again, then I would have filed the I-130 here. I wouldn't have done it before she came. When she got the tourist visa, did she disclose that she had a prior green card?
You know what? Here in Uruguay, all she had to do was there wasn't even an interview. Since she already had one, all she did was fill out some forms online and then send her passport to the embassy here, and they gave her the tourist visa. She didn't have to go to an interview. I don't think she disclosed that she had a green card. I mean, I'm not sure.
So I would try to pull up that was the forms that you filled out, the DS-160. There's a question on there that says, has anyone ever filed an immigrant visa for you before? And I think you need to know how you answered that question.
On her tourist visa or on her tourist visa?
Yep. I'm worried that you guys have played a little too fast and loose with things. Number one is they don't like it when you get a green card and then don't use it. And they're going to be confused as to why she got a visit visa to the United States when she had an old green card. If she hasn't surrendered that green card and then filed a DS-160 and said, no, I've never had a green card before, or no one's ever filed for a green card for me, then I think we're getting into an area where they might think she misrepresented herself to get the non-immigrant visa, this new visit visa that she has to the United States. And if there's misrepresentation problems, then we have a whole other set of issues to deal with.
Okay, thanks for your help. My kids are going crazy.
You got it. All right. That was great, everybody. Thanks for the show. I enjoyed being with everybody. It's good to see old friends and new friends. We went a little bit long, but that's okay. I might do a show tomorrow because I'm traveling on Monday, but we will see you again often. I feel like I haven't been here for a while, so I'll be doing as many shows as I can in the days to come. Stay tuned.